Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and a special planner video today. I've been telling you that I did design my own planner and that I would be doing a video to share it with you, and I have still been waiting for some things from Etsy, and I just didn't want to wait any longer. And as I was doing my August planner pages today, I figured I would just show you what I have and then explain to you what's coming. So this is the binder that I use. It is a Franklin Covey 365, which was made in the early 2000s as sort of like a streamlined version of their planner binders. It's hard to find now. I did just find a replacement on an auction site. So this is a nice new one here with a new pen holder that doesn't have any problems with it, and the magnetic part is new. I always have this clear cover here. This is one of the things on Etsy. I'm so excited for it to come. I had a designer actually take this verse that I wrote in the year 2000 and to make it more beautiful, and then I have an Etsy person sizing it and everything for the Franklin Covey system. So I'm going to show you August. July, I'll just do a quick, that's how messy it was. But this is what a new month looks like before I've really put a lot of detail in. So I usually try to pick some kind of a theme with my stickers. And another thing that I did order from Etsy just recently are some special tabs like this that have top tabs on them. Because remember in the last planner video that I did that I was showing you the little otter sticker that I had so that I could always find my weekly task list? Well, this allows me to have every week with a tab on it. I still have the page finder here, but this is another thing that's being done over by Etsy. And that is where you put on the day that you're actually on your page finder so that you can find it more easily. Sorry, the camera works not the best here on this. So I did go with the fruit theme for August with my stickers, because the new tabs that I have for August are fruit themed. I did buy other ones, like I used these peacock ones for June. July I did, oh, these are fun. July I got some aquatic ones. They have fish and sharks and things on them. So those were fun. And I have some other ones for the fall, and I've ordered other ones for other seasons coming up. So those will be fun. And of course I can recycle them. They don't have specific years on them. But they're working really well for me. And I did start using this new planner back in May. So in case you're wondering, first of all, this is a Franklin Covey binder. And I've used the Franklin Covey system for 20 plus years now. But I've always found that I was like catering a lot of my stuff to my own making. And I wanted to do something really customized. So there is a website out of Canada that is called Agendio. And there's some good things and some annoying things about it. The good things are that you can personalize a lot of it. The annoying things are that you have to make every week the same, and you kind of have to plan to have some blank pages if you're going to use dividers like I have. And also, one thing that I don't really like is that usually in a Franklin Covey month view like this, both pages are a thicker cardstock. So like this side with Agendio is, but then this is regular paper on the other side. So I don't like that. But I happen to actually paste two pages together so it feels more substantial, just because I changed one thing that I made. So that's the other thing. When you make a planner from Agendio, you're deciding on what you want, and you're kind of stuck with it if it doesn't work out. So I do have to say that the next time I order, I will probably change some things. One page that I created that I'm not using, and anybody using the Franklin Covey system will appreciate this. Typically on the page finder you have a sharpen the saw, a little like insert there, and you're writing down your roles and the things that you're going to do. So I had taken that idea and made a sheet where I done financial, physical, intellectual, social, professional, emotional, spiritual, and familial. And then I had little places here with check marks and stuff. I found that after the first month I wasn't using this. So this was actually the page that was on the back side of this. And so I just got rid of it, and that solves my issue of not having the thicker cardstock. So I have solved that. But with Agendio, you have a choice of how you have your month view set up, and you can also choose whether you have a tab or not that says the month on it. And you can also choose the colors, and which I liked because I did different colors throughout the months as the year goes by. And also you can set it up so that you start with Sunday or Monday, and I always start with Sunday. I do start my week and my daily view with Monday, which is kind of like just like a business sort of setup that I'm used to, so I did that. But I did make my month view set up kind of like a regular calendar, because I want to be able to think about my calendar the way it looks like this and kind of remember, oh, the last Friday of the month I have such and such or whatever, because in my head I'm thinking of it and it looks just like a calendar that I might see elsewhere. Here you saw quickly my July one had a lot of scribbles and things on it of stuff that I did and reminders that I was doing. Here is the fresh look of August, and I have put in things like this is a medical procedure, that's a dentist appointment. I've got 2 birthdays, family and friends birthdays. This is the day that I collect money from clients with my home business. This is the day that I get my cash envelopes, and if you don't know about those, you can watch an old video. Oh, and when I set up my setup, I decided I wanted to have a little box there, and so for each month I've just been kind of choosing an affirmation or mantra or something. So the one for August that I chose is one that I try to say often, which is, every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. That's just very simple and easy to remember. Usually I add little extra stickers in, about rent, or I try to like put in little motivational things too occasionally, and like little designs, and I have really a lot of fun decorating. All right, so then let me take you through my pages. And actually, I think I'm going to take you through so that I can actually focus on the pages more. I'm going to take you through a blank month, but I'll also show you my setup because I don't want to have too many things that are personal out there for the world to see. All right. So I mentioned that the first thing is the monthly and monthly task list. You might remember from another past video that I didn't like how Franklin Covey only has one line for, like one section, where I really wanted to have, well, I take that back. On the monthly tab, they do have business and personal separated, but then on the weekly they didn't. So I always felt like I needed more room, so I turned mine into 2 pages like this. Okay. And then this is something that I told you guys at the beginning of the year that I was going to be doing. And actually this one's blank, so that's good. I'll just stay on this page. This is what I call my life enrichment. And I also put Sarah's principles up here if you were with us during my Simple Abundance year. Joy, harmony, beauty, order, simplicity, and gratitude. That's from Sarah Ban Breathnach's book, Simple Abundance, which I try to really emulate. So I told you guys about these at the beginning of the year, but I hadn't really had a way of tracking them until I made this planner. Aside from, I think I showed you in my last video that I was kind of putting them on the back of the month view or something like that. I actually feels like a long time ago. I'm not even sure I remember. So here I have something to look forward to, a donation or a cause that I'll do for that month, creative excursions. Again, that is a Simple Abundance thing. Going out and having special dates with myself and going to places that I find fulfilling and having experiences by myself. Order and organizational areas. Seasonal joys. Music, song, and dance. Laughter, play, and projects. growth, healing, and resilience, rest, recover, and honor, wonder, exploration, and adventure, beauty and harmony, nature, animals, and the earth. I think I added that since I had my video earlier in the beginning of the year because I had another block, so that was a good one. Silence, peace, and stillness, gratitude, unforgettable moments, and then any notes. And I've been using this notes area for the special little fun holidays that there are every month that you might not know about, like Dragon Appreciation Day and things like that. So at the beginning of each month, I try to put ideas here and then check off at the end of the month the things that I did. So I'm using this. At first I started to only track things that I was doing, but I found that it's better for me to use it as a way to brainstorm ahead of time. Okay, and then this is kind of why I felt that the other page with this was a bit redundant, because I did create, and by the way, I didn't even say anything about the way that you create the pages, but there are various views that you can set up. Like they'll have this sheet that you can customize. So you can write whatever you want, and the things, you could leave it blank. You can decide if you want lines. You can decide how big you want them to be compared to the other columns. But like if I had my choice on another page that is kind of similar to this, I would have wanted to be able to put like another line with headers. So again, it's not 100% customized because you kind of have to use their templates. I wish you could just upload your own pages and then they would print it and cut them and put the holes in them. I'm thinking about maybe just trying to find a local printer that will do that for me the next time I go to do this. So anyway, this is a goal sheet and it has starting, ending, and then comments. So this is where I'm just writing down my progress on the most important things for me, and then where I ended up, and then any comments of like why it went well or didn't go well or something like that. This is a page that will be a new divider that I created that I'm waiting still from Etsy. I had a designer, well, I chose all the pictures and then she made the calligraphy look really cool. I had a designer make pages for me, one for each month. So it has a picture and then the month is, you know, sideways here. They came out really awesome. I just don't have them yet. They will not have a tab because it's just going to be, you know, like this would be for August. Because I didn't really show you that I usually have this attached to my mantra. So if this were to be August and that were stuck there, then this would be just like, okay, August is starting here because the pages are starting there. Even though I have my enrichment pages and tabs and tasks and things there, it's still the start of the month with the pages. All right, so let me switch over to a blank month now. I'm just going to go to where I keep my extra pages here. All right, so I'm into September here. Remember in the past, I had a week view set up. And then I went to a daily, I think last summer. And I had contemplated when I was going to buy new pages from Franklin Covey that maybe I would buy a weekly and a monthly, or a weekly and a daily, I should say, and then combine them. But there's issues with that too, because there's pages that are like overlapping and there was no way to do it. So that's one nice thing about Agendio is that you can have both a weekly and a daily setup if you want. After using this for a while with the weekly, I feel like I could probably get rid of the weekly view, except that I've had a lot going on, so I do kind of like to just have kind of like a draft of a week. I mean, I don't have anything super personal, I don't think. Like, so this is the kind of thing I do, like where I have projects or something, or an appointment. Like, so this is like a draft. It's not going to look super awesome. But then when I get to the actual day, then I'm going to have things like stickers and I'll have the specific things for each day. So I haven't yet decided if I'm going to totally get rid of the week view when I decide to redo my planner, but I am using it for now. I also added the TGIF activity right here that I do every Friday: trusting, grateful for, inspired by or to, and fun. So those are on the spread. Okay, the next thing is, and then this is where I actually put a divider here too, so that whenever I want to flip to a certain week, I can go right to the task list with one of my pretty dividers. So I have, this is the page that I would have liked to have been able to put more things here. But on this one, I had to use their setup, so I put this week, errands, groceries, and to get. And you might think, like, why do you have a separate groceries and a to get? But to get might be something that I have to pick up, or it's not necessarily a grocery item, or I might have to buy it online. So that's why those are separated. One week at the very beginning, I covered these over with stickers from Happy Planner, and I kept errands, groceries, and I think I made this one shopping because I don't think there was no sticker that said to get. And then I made extra ones that were things like creative excursions, like things like that. So I was trying to track more, but that's a page that I probably would customize more if I had the option and I wasn't just using their template, because I never have all these things filled in, and I think this is kind of wasted space down here on the bottom. So if I were customizing mine from scratch, I would probably make that page differently, but it is working out really well. I think I like having those separate from my to-do list. So you saw that I have a business and a home. Didn't really say that, but that's what that is. I have a business monthly to do and a home personal monthly to do. And then every week has the same thing. And remember, in the last video, I was showing you that with Franklin Covey's pages, I was always separating the page with a ruler and making one side business and one side personal. This is business/work, personal/home, weekly tasks. And I should mention, because I did show you guys this in the last video. Did I take them out to show you? Did I put them back in? Remember that I was showing you guys that I had written down on kind of a page finder shape thing that I had all the business things that I had to do for the month and personal things that I had to do for the month. I can't even believe, did they fall on the ground? Or did I put them back in here? I do keep them in the back of the planner. At this moment, I cannot figure out where they are on the desk. So I'll just refer to them. But when I'm planning, I do what I showed in that last video, the Plan With Me video, where at the beginning of every month, I'm writing down the things that I do every week, every month, based on those little things that are about this size, like the page size, the page finder size. Actually, here they are right here. This is the one that I showed you in the last video, and then I expanded on it, and I used the Franklin Covey progressive task lists because they fit perfectly. And the thing that I like is that I can grab them right out. This is not the regular planner binder setup, but this is my excess binder. So I put things in weekly. I have different things I have to do on the final week of the month for business. I really want to type these up and make them more official. I could probably get an Etsy shop to create something like that, although I'd have to change it a lot because often there's things that I added in that just came up this past month that I was like, oh, I have to add that now. So I have personal and home, both a weekly and a monthly, business and work, a monthly, a weekly, and then a special final week of the month. I have quarterly on the business too. And I have, what does that say? Alternating, yeah. So, yeah, I want to make those more official. Once you start to get your planner looking all awesome, then you start to notice little things that aren't so awesome looking. So that's on my list to redo. All right, so I have the weekly task list. Then this is the daily spread. So again, you have options of how you want to set it up. In my planner, as I decorated, I've been trying to put, designs here or maybe a quote or something like that. Again, if I could have customized it more, I did customize the hours of the day. I went from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. because that works the best for me. And then I have a to-do list with checkoffs here. But if I had been able to customize it more, I think I would have made like a separate little box here for notes. Because now with a daily page, you'll remember with Franklin Covey, if you're familiar with that, usually with a daily setup, you have one page, one day here, and then you have a notes page. But this is set up to have a day on each page. So there's really no note area. Now, I do sometimes, like even today, I put in like a separate note sheet for like things I wanted to do. I don't even know what day it is. Here it is. Yeah, like, so I will sometimes just put in my own note there, so that's not out of the question, but that's one thing I would change if I could change something. So then you have the week, and what I did was I chose the view where the weekend is on a combined page. So then that's how they set it up, so that you have an equal number of pages. And then I came up with this, which is like my special enrichment pages, but this is a weekly questionnaire. Again, I put the joy, harmony, beauty, order, simplicity, gratitude on the top, and then I called this weekly musings. So these are the things that I ask myself, and I try to do this on Sunday. What was your best day this week and why? What did you do this week that your future self will thank you for? That's a really good question to ask yourself, even on a daily basis. What distractions did you experience this week, and were the results positive or negative? Those are interesting answers that I see myself writing. What glimpses of hope or despair did you experience this week, and what brought them on? So that's my way of kind of monitoring where I'm at emotionally. What did you learn about yourself this week? What was your overall mood this week? So that's slightly different than up here with the hope and despair, but like, what was your overall feeling? Where were you at? How did you engage your senses this week? I like that one. How did you sleep this week? I've been doing really well with my sleep this year. What were your overall thoughts this week, and were there any repetitive themes? What did you put off this week that you really need to give attention to in the coming week? That's another interesting one that I often have distractions. Like there was the what distractions did you have, but this could be like, why did you put it off for any reason? You might not have been distracted. You might just not have wanted to do it, or you didn't make time for it. How would you rate this week overall, and why? And what do you still need to improve on going forward? So that could be anything. That could be like a goal that I'm working on. Could be just my overall thoughts, like maybe I didn't have great thoughts during the week, so maybe I need to work on that. Or I have found that there have been weeks where I haven't been feeling particularly great, and I sort of have trouble with this because it'll be like, what did you learn about yourself? And I'll be like, nothing. So that's telling me like, well, I need to be maybe a little more introspective, or I'm not even like paying attention to my feelings, or probably all I did was work and sleep that week, So this is just a weekly check-in with myself. Now, one thing that I was thinking about today in particular is that I think I might, in the future, take my enrichment and my weekly musings, and also we haven't gotten there yet, but I have a monthly check-in too, and maybe put them in their own little binder so that they're separate from my planner. Because it is a lot of pages, I have to say, like all these things that I customized. All right, so then you know that you have the weeks of the month. Let's get to the end of the month. Again, I'll show you briefly in my other planner that is ready. When I say other planner, I mean these are just my backup pages. I did, as I'm flipping through too, like this is October, and I made it orange. Like I did try to make the colors coincide with what was going on, because I knew with my stickers that I would want to be able to make things match. Where? Oh, we're getting to the end of the month now. Okay. So we have the weekly musings at the end, and then I did add 2 pages of notes here because of the way that it's like, again, there's certain things that you have to do, or else like they won't let you start on a page like this in some cases. So sometimes you end up having to do like extra pages at the end, which is fine because you might have stuff to write, but if I want to, I can just attach those together and go right from the weekly to the monthly musings, or it's monthly reflections, I should say. So here are the questions that I ask myself at the end of the month. What are you most proud of at the end of this month? What could have gone better this month? What motivated you overall? How stressed or anxious did you get? How has my life improved? What did you notice a lot of? Where are you now in terms of your goals? What habits or routines worked well this month? What positive thoughts, mantras, or affirmations are you focusing on? So that could be the one that I had at the top of the page in the monthly view, or something else. What did you watch, read, listen, and dream about? So I like to keep track of the things that I'm doing like that. And what is the most significant thing that happened this month? And what do you hope to implement going forward? So again, some of these are related to goals. Some of them are just, again, like a emotional check-in sort of thing. And then at the end of every month, I created this blank page that just says brain dump. Have you guys ever heard of that? There are some planners that they do like, they have a whole brain dump notebook. That's just basically like when you want to just sit there and write out everything. You're not trying to make it look good. You're just writing everything down. Maybe it's like all the things you have to remember or the things that you know you have to plan. I have to say I'm familiar with the concept, and it's a good thing that I know that I have, but I haven't really been using it. This is an example of an actual Franklin Covey monthly view. I mean, basically it is the same size, but I like that I turned my personal and business sheet into like the 2 separate pages. So let me do like a quick look through actual August. So again, this is going to be, it would say August on it. Although, I mean, I could have just kept it like this, but I do like the idea of having the month. I suppose I could have gotten just like a sticker and put it on there too, but again, I have fun with all my things. So like I mentioned, between each week, I do have a divider. So it's been really nice to be able to just go like, what week am I in? Because usually the page finder would be, because right now we're in June, but the page finder would be on the day that you're actually on. But as you go to plan, it's nice to be able to grab to the month and not be using the otter sticker as cute as they were. But so for every week I have the errands and the groceries and the get, and then I have the weekly task list. And then as I'm taking that weekly list of tasks, then I'm putting them into the days. And of course I'm still using my stickers for various things like appointments. I haven't actually finished. I want to do like more embellishments on this. Like here, I would definitely put some kind of a sticker there. We've got the weekly musings. Again, we're on another week and there's another divider. So you get the idea. And I only put 1 month in at a time. And just because we only have 1 more week of July, that's why I put August in today. And it takes me I have to say, it does take me a good 2 to maybe 3 hours to get everything where it goes and to put things in daily. Of course, every day and every week I'm adding things to the dailies. But the stickers also take a lot, and because there's a lot of repetition and repeated tasks that I have to do every month and stuff, I'm glad that I have the little overview sheets to refer to so that I'm not trying to like remember, or if I potentially forgot something on a month, then that would stink. So I also want to show you that in the back of my planner, I redid some of the tabs because my tabs were really old and frayed, and these I just bought from Franklin Covey, and then I had stickers that they give you stickers that you can use here, but you have to write on them. and I wanted to print them, so I had just some inkjet stickers that I could put on. So I have a section for planning. I have one called important. I have vision, which is like your vision that you have for your life, or I do have my vision board in there. Goals. So even though I have like a monthly goal sheet, these are my overall goals. I have a financial one, it says finances, but again, you guys know that I also have a whole separate financial book that I use. I have notes, which is just like random things that come up. I have meals in case I want to do meal planning. I have actually like shopping lists in there. I have a home tab. I have a business tab. I have fun, and I have journal. So journal and notes are kind of similar, but journal would be more, I don't even mean like a journal like where you're writing down like Dear Diary, that kind of thing. Journal would be more of like a tracking, potentially like a check register or stuff like that. And then I just made my address one the same as the other ones. And one thing I'll say about my planning is that because I do only keep 1 month in normally, like again, we're at the very end of July, so I have July and August here. But since normally there would only be a month in my planner, I do have this planning section. And so these are Franklin Covey pages that they give you when you buy a year-long planner. And I don't know what I'll do in the future, since I won't have those if I don't buy from Franklin Covey, because you also get things like this where you can see the whole year for 23 and 24, which is helpful. But so I have just the month, there's a month for each page, so then I don't have to keep all of the tabbed month things, because this would be really thick if I try to have those all back here in the planning. So this is where I can write, you know, oh, I made a dentist appointment, or dermatologist, that is, you know, all right, yeah, well, lovely, I'm having a colonoscopy there. You know, the doctor's appointments, things like that. So, and oh, well, that's my birthday. I was going to say, why did I circle that? But, so that allows me to just, you know, something's coming up, I'm at the doctor's office and they say, oh, well, we need to make an appointment in 6 months. Well, that way I have these, and then when I go to do my actual month, then in addition to looking at everything that I do every month, then I also go to my planning sheets and take out that particular month. And that's really helpful because a lot of times you will have written down a dentist appointment that otherwise, I mean, I'm just not a digital planner, so I know some people have that on their phone, but I like to have it on paper. So it's very nice to be able to just flip to those future months and have them there. So I hope you liked my walkthrough. Again, I want to, I think, be able to maybe completely do my entire planner myself, maybe, like design it in InDesign, and then have a local printer maybe print it. I don't know. But I do like my new things, like my tabs from Etsy with the different setup. I'm excited for my new page finder to come. I've had this, you know, saying in my planner for so many years, and so I am excited that I had it made up in a really professional way. And on the back of it, it says my name. And then I'm really excited for the way that this came out too. So it'll just make everything look nice and fresh, because this is like probably from 2000. So we're talking about 20, you know, it's 2022 now, so we're talking over 20 years that it's really time to upgrade it. This is a new binder, like I said, that I got because this old one, it wasn't totally falling apart, but you know, it had frays in it, and like this thing was ripped right here, and the pen thing was broken. So I'm using it again as like extra pages and stickers and things, but this nice new one feels so nice with no flaws or anything. So hope you like that, and I'll see you guys on the next video.